You think she's distant. She's hiding how hard she's falling. Most men miss signs. They hear words. They don't feel the charge. The look that lingers then flees, the softer voice meant for you. The pause that thickens air. She remembers a throwaway detail from weeks ago. You tell yourself she's calm, uninterested, busy. I'm here to wake you up, not to baby you. Women often protect desire with silence, not confessions. The body speaks first. The mouth follows later. Tonight we flip your lens. Instead of chasing answers, you'll start noticing evidence. We'll map 10 secret signals she's falling for you, but hiding it, eyes that return after retreat, shoulders that drop when you steady, timing that syncs with your breath, and the vanishing act that means the feelings got too real. Stoicism is your edge, calm presence. Zero neediness. You'll stop reacting to noise and start reading patterns. Imagine walking into a room and knowing without a word who is drawn to you. Imagine letting silence work for you, letting her body reveal what pride won't. By the end, you'll carry a checklist in your spine: observe, breathe, hold, lead. No games, just awareness that makes you unmistakable. If you've ever been confused by mixed signals, this is your clarity. Learn the language under her acting and never miss your moment again. Starting right now, let's get into it. Number 1. The look that lingers then runs away. You catch her looking a second too long, then she snaps her gaze away like nothing happened. That is not random. That is attraction trying to hide in plain sight. Most men listen to sentences and miss signals. The first confession does not come from her mouth. It comes from her eyes. The look that lingers is desire testing the surface. The look that runs away is caution trying to keep control. When you understand that tension, you stop guessing and start reading. Eye contact is exposure. It is intimacy at a distance. When a woman feels a sudden pull, the body reacts before the mind can edit. Pupils widen, breath stalls, the neck firms, and a small smile threatens to appear. She cuts the gaze to regulate the rush. She is not bored. She is managing heat. Let us make it real. Anthony, 56, from Dallas, is a sales director who has rebuilt his life after divorce. At a client reception, he meets Maya, 45, a Portland interior designer visiting on a project. During greetings, Maya holds his eyes a heartbeat too long, then looks down to adjust a bracelet that did not need adjusting. 10 minutes later, Anthony senses that same beam from across the room. He meets it. She retreats to the safety of the caterer table, then circles back into his orbit, as if pulled by a tide she cannot name. She later positions herself at the end of his group, laughs at a line that was not funny, then glances over the rim of her glass to find him again. Pupils wide, lips parted for a breath she did not plan to take. Here is the rule. Do not chase the glance. Honor it. Hold calm eye contact for 1 extra second. Let your face stay relaxed. Then return to the conversation or the room. Presence, not pursuit, is what turns curiosity into comfort. If you smirk, overplay, or comment, you force her back behind the wall. You will see patterns when you slow down. She will check where you are during group talk. She will look while you speak, then look away when you notice. She will pretend to study a menu while mirroring your posture. The rhythm is simple. Look, retreat, return. Each cycle lowers her guard a little more because your steadiness gives her permission to be honest. Stoic discipline is your edge. Marcus Aurelius wrote that the mind has power over its impressions. Practice that. Let the glance arrive. Let it go. Then let it come back without you needing to make a scene. When your energy stays even, she will risk a longer gaze. When your energy spikes, she will vanish. A quick field check helps. Ask yourself 4 simple questions. Did her eyes pause on me longer than on others? Did her face soften before she broke contact? Did she look back within the next minute? Did the pattern repeat? If 3 of those are yes, you are not imagining it. Anthony followed that rule. Later in the evening, he stood by the exit to take a call. Maya walked past, then turned back as if she had forgotten something. He smiled small. She held his eyes and did not run. The moment stretched into quiet recognition. No lines, no hurry, just proof. That changes everything. Type "I have seen that." Stay tuned, because next we will break down how her voice gives away what her words will not. Number 2, her voice lowers not, her interest. You've noticed it before. She talks one way with the group, then a different way with you. The pitch dips, the pace slows. The edges of her words round off like the syllables are choosing to land softly. That change is not random politeness. It is physiology moving toward you. Most men chase jokes and lines and miss the signal that sits inside sound. A woman who feels drawn to you often lowers her tone because her guard is lowering. Breath deepens the larynx, relaxes, the cadence stretches. The voice becomes warmer, closer, almost private. It is the body's way of stepping nearer without crossing the room. Listen for 3 things. First, tempo. Do her sentences slow down with you, as if she wants the moment to linger? Second, texture. Does the brightness fade into something velvety? Third, space. Are there small pauses that hold a charge instead of emptiness? When those 3 appear together, you are hearing attraction trying to stay composed. Here is where most men ruin it. They talk over the softness. They rush to fill the gaps. They crack a louder joke to keep momentum. All of that breaks the spell. The wiser move is restraint. Let the air do more of the work. Let her finish then. Let the silence rest on the table for a beat. If she is invested, she will lean into that quiet and keep speaking in that lower register. Stoic practice fits perfectly here. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. You cannot control her tone, but you can control your state. Calm posture, steady breath, easy eye contact. Your regulation invites hers. The more centered you are, the safer she feels to soften. This is not manipulation. It is resonance." Notice the contrast effect. When someone else interrupts, she may return to a brisk higher pitch. Then, when she turns back to you, the warmth returns. That pendulum tells you everything. Her voice is calibrating to the person who regulates her best. If your presence is stable, she will keep choosing that frequency. There are subtle tells inside words themselves. She holds your name a fraction longer. She exhales before answering a personal question. She drops the performative laughs and lets quiet chuckles appear. None of this is theatrical. It is the nervous system switching from presentation to connection. Field, test this on your next conversation. Say less. Slow your breathing. Match your words to your breath, not the room's noise. If her tone falls again, hold it there with patience. If it rises and tightens, give it space. Pressure turns softness into armor. Presence lets softness stay. Do not narrate the change or congratulate yourself. Let it remain unspoken. The more private it feels, the stronger it grows. Remember, a lowered voice is not disinterest. It is desire choosing subtlety. Men who can hear that difference never rush the moment. They let warmth pool one sentence at a time until the room feels smaller and the conversation feels close. One more cue lives in prosody, falling intonation, softened consonants, a quiet volume drop despite a noisy room. Don't confuse fatigue with this. True softness returns when you re-enter the dialogue and hold steady around you now. Type "I've heard that tone" if you've noticed this shift. Stay tuned, because next we'll decode the silence that does not push you away, but pulls you in. Number 3. The silence that speaks louder than words. You know that moment when the conversation fades, but the air between you feels charged. No words, no jokes, no noise, just silence that hums. That silence, my friend, isn't empty. It's full. It's where attraction breathes before it dares to speak. Most men panic when it happens. They scramble to fill it. They start talking about the weather or the next drink just to escape the quiet. But a man who understands presence, the Stoic kind, knows better. Silence is not absence, it's a pulse. It's the sound of her defenses starting to drop. Here's how it plays out in real life. Daniel, 54, a marketing consultant from Austin, met Olivia, 49, at a networking event. Conversation flowed easily, funny stories, small talk, shared interests. But at one point, as the crowd noise faded behind them, everything slowed down. She stopped mid-sentence, looked at him, and for a few seconds neither said a word. Most men would have panicked, forced a joke, or shifted away. Daniel didn't. He just held that silence, calm, steady, grounded. Olivia looked down, smiled to herself, and whispered, "I don't know why this feels so comfortable." That's the moment right there, the body acknowledging connection before the mind admits it. The silence is the truth, finally finding space. Here's what's happening under the surface. When attraction is real, the nervous system slows down. Her breath deepens, her muscles release tension. The brain switches from performance to presence. She's no longer trying to think of what to say, she's feeling what's already there. Silence is her body's way of saying, "I don't need to fill this. I just want to stay here." But this only happens around a man who's comfortable with quiet. Stoicism teaches that composure isn't stillness for show, it's a discipline. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The nearer a man comes to a calm mind, the closer he is to strength." That calm mind is magnetic. When you can sit in silence without needing to fix or force it, you radiate safety. Olivia's silence wasn't awkward, it was permission. Most men misread that pause as boredom because they don't know how to listen beyond sound. The Stoic man listens to the energy. He notices her breathing shift, her shoulders, soften, the corners of her mouth curve just slightly. He sees that her body stayed even when her words stopped. When you meet that kind of silence, treat it like a conversation. Hold eye contact gently. Keep your posture open. Don't rush. The longer you stay at ease, the more her comfort deepens. She's learning in that moment that your presence is strong enough to carry stillness. Daniel didn't break the moment. He didn't turn away or try to close the deal. He just stayed grounded, and something changed. When they finally spoke again, her tone was lower, her laughter softer. The silence had already done the work. The truth is, real attraction doesn't always sound like flirtation. It often sounds like nothing. When a woman's quiet around you, it doesn't mean she's lost interest. It means she's lost her script. She's no longer performing, she's feeling. So next time that stillness shows up, don't ruin it with noise. Breathe. Stay calm. Let the silence do what it's meant to do. Speak for her. Type "I've felt that silence" if you've ever been in a moment where the quiet said everything. Stay close, because next we'll talk about the kind of attention that proves she remembers every detail of you, even the ones you forgot. Number 4. She remembers the small things you forgot you said. You mentioned something once casually without thought. Maybe it's your favorite coffee spot, a book you've been meaning to read, or a childhood memory that slips into conversation. Weeks later, she brings it up like it just happened. That, my friend, is not coincidence. That's emotional attention. When a woman truly starts to fall, her memory sharpens around the details that connect to you. Not the grand gestures, not the flashy moments, the subtle ones. She's not doing it on purpose. The mind records what the heart values. And when you become part of her mental landscape, her brain starts collecting data, your habits, tone, routines, preferences, all the micro details you've already forgotten. Most men dismiss this as good memory. But it's not memory, it's interest, disguised as curiosity. She remembers because your words changed how she felt. That's how attraction works for women, through emotional significance, not physical repetition. You might hear it when she says, "You probably don't remember saying this, but," and she quotes you word for word. Or she texts, "Hey, I was near that diner you mentioned, even though you said it once in passing." Those are signs she's built a mental space for you, a quiet corner of her world where your voice still echoes. This is why Stoicism matters so much here. The Stoic man doesn't gloat when she remembers. He doesn't react like he's won. He stays centered, aware that attention is not possession, it's trust. Seneca said, "He who is brave is free." When you are steady, her interest feels safe. When you need to prove something, it fades. So when she recalls those little things, meet it with calm acknowledgement. A simple smile, a nod, a quiet. You've got a good memory. That's enough. The more you mirror stillness, the more she invests. Because now she's not chasing excitement, she's chasing the peace she feels around you. Here's what's deeper: she's not just remembering what you said. She's testing whether you still mean it. If you told her you like people who keep their word, she's watching. If you said you prefer honesty over games, she's listening for it in how you live. She's building consistency in her mind, because consistency builds safety, and safety builds desire. A man who understands this doesn't rush to impress. He lets his actions reinforce his words. Because when your behavior matches your philosophy, she doesn't just remember your sentences, she starts trusting your presence. And here's the truth: the small things are never small. They're the quiet proof of connection forming before either of you say it out loud. Now listen carefully. If you're the kind of man who wants to understand women, not through manipulation but through awareness, this is your place. Join the Members Circle. We dive deeper there into Stoic attraction, emotional power, and the calm confidence that makes you unforgettable. You'll learn how to read silence, body language, and feminine psychology without losing your center. Click Join below this video to access the private talks. Because once you start seeing these signals clearly, you'll never question your worth or hers again. Stay tuned, because next we'll talk about how her energy shifts the moment you walk into the room, even before she realizes it herself. Number 5. Her energy changes the moment you arrive. You walk into the room and suddenly something shifts. The air feels different, lighter, warmer, charged. Conversations slow, laughter softens, and even though she doesn't look your way right away, her whole body reacts. That's not your imagination, that's energy, and women feel it long before they admit it. Most men think attraction is built through words. But truth is, it starts long before a single syllable. The moment she senses your presence, her nervous system takes the first hit. Breath shortens, heart rate rises, pupils widen. She'll hide it behind posture, behind polite composure, but her energy will give her away. Take Tom, 55, from Denver. He started noticing this change with Alicia, a 47-year-old art teacher at his gym. Every morning they'd cross paths by chance, no conversations, just nods. But he began to see it when he entered. She unconsciously touched her hair, adjusted her top, or looked at the mirror beside him instead of the one in front of her. It wasn't performance, it was biology. Her body was aligning itself to his presence before her mind could reason with it. You see, attraction is like static electricity. You don't see it, but you feel it. When two energies resonate, they seek balance. That's what her body is doing, recalibrating around you. If your energy is calm, grounded, she relaxes. If you're nervous or reactive, she tightens up to protect herself. The chemistry starts in stillness, not movement. This is why your composure matters more than your words. Stoicism isn't about being emotionless, it's about being regulated. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." You can't control her reaction, but you can control your presence. When you walk in with quiet confidence, you become the stable center she instinctively orbits. In Alicia's case, Tom didn't approach her right away. He stayed patient, composed. Over time, her behavior shifted. She started greeting him first. Her smile lingered longer. Her voice dropped slightly when she said, "Hello." That's how attraction matures, not through chasing, but through consistency. Energy is contagious. When you bring peace, she mirrors it. When you bring tension, she reflects it. Women are intuitive creatures. They read tone, posture, micro-expressions faster than logic can translate. That's why a calm man stands out in a world full of anxious talkers. He's the silence that pulls focus. If you ever doubt this, try walking into a room with a steady breath, shoulders back, no rush to impress. Observe how she shifts, the laughter slows, the eyes soften, the attention turns without intention. It's instinctual. She might not even know why she's suddenly more aware of herself. But you'll know. The key, my friend, is to never chase that reaction. You don't need to prove that you noticed. You simply hold the frame. Attraction grows in the space you don't fill. When your energy stays grounded, hers naturally rises to meet it. Tom didn't need grand gestures. His quiet confidence did the work. When Alicia finally approached him one morning, she said, "You always seem so calm here. It's hard not to notice. That's what happens when your presence does the speaking. So next time you enter a room and feel the air shift, don't question it. Don't force it. Just own it. Because when her energy changes the moment you arrive, you've already made an impression that no words could outdo. Type I've seen that happen if you've ever felt that silent change in the air. Stay tuned, because next we'll talk about when she suddenly pulls away right when it's starting to feel real. Number 6. She pulls away just when it gets close. You've seen it happen. Things are flowing, the chemistry feels real, and then, out of nowhere, she steps back. She texts less, avoids plans, acts colder. You replay every moment, wondering what you did wrong. But here's the truth. When a woman pulls away right as it starts to get close, it's rarely about you. It's about what closeness awakens in her. See, attraction isn't always a straight path forward. For many women, connection triggers vulnerability, and vulnerability triggers fear. The deeper she feels, the stronger the instinct to protect herself becomes. What looks like distance is often self-defense. It's the body's way of saying, "Slow down. This feels too real." Most men respond with panic. They chase, question, demand clarity. But that reaction only confirms her fear. She doesn't need answers. She needs space to process what she's feeling. The Stoic man understands this. He doesn't fight the retreat, he honors it. Because he knows closeness built on pressure never lasts. Epictetus wrote, "It is not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." The moment she steps back, your response defines the entire outcome. If you act needy, she sees chaos. If you stay calm, she feels safety. Your steadiness tells her the connection isn't fragile, it's real enough to breathe. There's a hidden psychology behind withdrawal. When attraction starts to cross into emotional intimacy, a woman's nervous system enters a state of alert. The stakes rise. She starts thinking about what she could lose. If she's been hurt before, every signal of closeness also awakens memory. That's why she distances herself. It's her way of taking control in a situation that suddenly feels uncontrollable. Your job isn't to convince her to come back. It's to remain unshaken while she figures out she wants to. The Stoic approach is patience without passivity. You don't beg. You don't mirror her silence in bitterness. You continue living with purpose, the same calm strength that drew her in to begin with. When you handle it this way, something powerful happens. The very space she created to protect herself becomes the space where she realizes your presence doesn't threaten her peace. It anchors it. And that's when she returns, not because you asked her to, but because she wants to. Look for small shifts when it starts to happen. Her texts might come slower, but still carry warmth. Her eyes might avoid yours, but her body still turns toward you when you speak. Those are signs she's in conflict, not disinterest. The worst mistake you can make is reacting like you've already lost. Stoicism teaches emotional control not as suppression but as discipline. You feel the confusion, but you don't let it own you. You feel the loss, but you don't chase closure. You stay grounded in reason. Because closeness that survives distance is the kind that lasts. When she pulls away, don't mirror fear, mirror peace. Let her absence become the proof of your balance. Because when she sees you haven't lost center, she'll remember why she felt safe around you in the first place. And when she comes back, and she often does, it won't be because you chased her. It'll be because your steadiness reminded her of what real connection feels like. Type I've seen this happen if you've ever watched someone retreat just when things got real. Stay tuned, because next we'll talk about the silent test women give when they start watching you from a distance. Number 7. She watches you when you're not watching her. You think she's not paying attention. She's scrolling, talking, laughing with others, but the moment you stop looking, her eyes are on you. That's not paranoia. That's psychology. When a woman starts observing you in silence, it's because her interest has moved beyond curiosity. It's evaluation. Let's be real here. Women don't just fall for words. They watch for consistency. They notice how you treat others when you're not performing for them. They read your posture, your tone, your reactions under stress. It's not an interrogation, it's instinct. She's watching because she's wondering if what she feels is safe to trust. Meet Eric, 58, a financial advisor from Seattle. He met Julia, 51, through mutual friends. They talked for a few weeks, great chemistry, genuine laughter, but lately Julia seemed quieter around him. At dinner with the group, she didn't talk much, didn't flirt like before. Eric thought she'd lost interest until his friend said, "Man, she couldn't stop watching you when you went to get the check." That's the truth. Most men miss the attention, doesn't disappear, it just goes underground. When a woman watches you from a distance, it's not rejection, it's data collection. Her emotions are already engaged, but her logic wants proof. She's asking herself, is this man the same when no one's watching? And when she sees that your behavior stays steady, no arrogance, no need to dominate something, clicks, her respect grows alongside attraction. You see, attraction might start with energy, but it matures with observation. The longer she watches you handle life, the stronger the pull becomes. That's why composure is so powerful. It's the one thing you can't fake when you don't know you're being watched. This is where Stoic philosophy becomes a secret weapon. Marcus Aurelius said, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one." When she's observing you, that's exactly what she's doing, seeing if you are one. If your calm stays real when the world gets noisy, she feels it. Women are drawn to emotional gravity. Eric understood that the next time they met, instead of trying harder, he just stayed natural. He listened more, spoke slower, didn't try to win her over. Julia didn't flirt much, but her eyes followed him when she thought he wasn't looking. When he stood up to grab her jacket after she dropped it, she smiled, not because of the gesture, but because it confirmed what she already suspected. His steadiness wasn't for show. The lesson here is simple but deep. The real test doesn't happen when you're charming her. It happens when you're not trying. She's reading how you carry yourself when the spotlight isn't on. The way you greet the waiter, the way you react to delays, the way you hold silence without discomfort. Most men chase attention. The Stoic man earns it without motion. He knows the real attraction lives in presence, not performance. When she sees that your peace isn't situational, she feels safe enough to lower her guard, and that's when her eyes stop testing and start admiring. So if you notice her quiet, detached, even slightly distant, don't assume you've lost her. Understand that you're in her observation phase. Keep being who you are consistently. That's the kind of strength that doesn't just attract, it endures. When a woman watches you in silence, it means she's already invested. She's not trying to catch you, she's trying to confirm you. And when you pass that test, her attention stops wandering, it lands. Type I've seen that look if you've ever felt those unseen eyes following you. Stay with me, because next we'll uncover why her calm isn't always real. It's the armor she wears when her emotions start to take over. Number 8. Her calm isn't real, it's her defense. You've seen it before. One moment she's laughing, open, alive, and the next she's quiet, collected, unreadable. You ask if something's wrong and she smiles. I'm fine. But you can feel it, can't you? That calm isn't peace. It's protection. When a woman starts feeling deeply, she often shifts into control. She hides her emotions, not because they're gone, but because they're too real. That calm exterior, it's her nervous system fighting to regain balance. It's her heart pulling the emergency brake before it runs away with her. Here's what's really happening. Vulnerability makes her nervous. When attraction turns emotional, the brain sounds the alarm. She's suddenly aware of how much power she's giving you just by caring. So she pulls back behind composure, the I'm good, the still face, the slower tone. It's her armor. The mistake most men make is trying to break through it too fast. They push, they question, they analyze, thinking logic can open a door that fear has locked. But emotion doesn't open to pressure, it opens to presence. The Stoic man knows that. He understands what Seneca meant when he said, "No man is more unhappy than he who never faces adversity, for he is not permitted to prove himself." Her calm isn't adversity, it's your test. She's watching how you handle the change in temperature. If you react, get frustrated, chase reassurance, or retreat into silence, she sees instability. But if you stay steady, patient, unbothered, something shifts inside her. She realizes you're not a threat to her peace. You are peace. That's when the walls start to lower again. The trick is to see through the surface. Her calm is often the opposite of indifference. It's intensity in disguise. When she suddenly goes quiet after a moment of closeness, it's not rejection, it's processing. Her body is recalibrating from feeling too much too soon. That stillness is her way of catching her breath. So when she acts distant, don't try to pull her back. Give her space, but stay there. Keep your energy calm, your tone soft, your words simple. Don't interpret her restraint as disinterest. See it for what it is, a woman trying not to drown in what she feels. This is where composure becomes your greatest weapon. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury." Applied here, it means don't mirror her withdrawal with your own. Be unlike the men who panicked when she grew quiet. Be still. Be patient. Let her see that her calm doesn't scare you. Eventually that defense will soften. She'll test the space with small gestures, a look, a touch, a text that doesn't need an answer. That's her way of saying, "I'm still here. I just needed to breathe." And if you respond with steadiness instead of urgency, she learns that with you, calm isn't a wall, it's a bridge. Remember this when she seems most composed. That's often when her emotions are loudest. Don't fight the silence. Don't rush the pause. Just stay centered. Because when a woman feels safe enough to drop the act of calm, that's when you finally meet her truth. Type "I've seen that shift" if you've ever felt the calm before the confession. Stay tuned, because next we'll uncover the moment her body starts mirroring yours when attraction turns into alignment. Number 9. Her body mirrors yours before her mind admits it. You've probably seen this before and never realized what it meant. You lean back, and a second later, she does the same. You cross your legs, she shifts hers in the same direction. You take a sip of your drink, and right after, she mirrors the movement. That, my friend, is not a coincidence. That's her body aligning with you before her mind dares to say it out loud. Let's strip the mystery away. Mirroring is one of the oldest non-verbal signs of connection in human behavior. It happens subconsciously when two people are emotionally tuned to each other. Her body literally starts to copy yours, matching your rhythm, your gestures, even your breathing pace. It's her nervous system saying, "I feel safe here." Meet Robert, 57, a retired firefighter from New York. He met Emma, 50, through a community art class. During their first few conversations, he noticed something subtle. When he leaned forward to emphasize a point, she leaned forward too. When he crossed his arms to think, she mirrored it within seconds. At first, he thought it was just coincidence until it kept happening. Even when they were sitting across the room during breaks, he'd glance up and catch her matching his posture without realizing it. That's not imitation, that's resonance. Here's why this happens. When a woman feels a strong emotional draw toward you, her body's mirror, neurons, the parts of the brain responsible for empathy and connection, begin to sync with yours. It's nature's way of creating rapport, of saying, we're on the same wavelength. Her conscious mind might still be cautious, but her body has already chosen. And that's where most men ruin it. They notice the mirroring, get excited, and start forcing the moment, leaning closer, teasing, trying to escalate. But attraction built on pressure collapses fast. The Stoic man does the opposite. He stays centered. He lets the connection breathe. He understands what Marcus Aurelius meant when he said, "The nearer a man comes to a calm mind, the closer he is to strength." Your calmness is what keeps her alignment growing. When Robert noticed Emma's mirroring, he didn't call attention to it. He stayed natural, slow gestures, steady tone, open body language. The more relaxed he became, the more she unconsciously followed his rhythm. By the 4th week, her chair was angled toward his, without either of them realizing it. The space between them had turned into unspoken conversation. That's the power of presence. The body responds to energy before logic has time to interfere. If you bring nervousness, she absorbs it. If you bring peace, she mirrors it. This is why grounding yourself matters more than clever lines, because your state dictates hers. Here's the secret most men overlook. Mirroring isn't about imitation, it's about synchronization. It's not her trying to please you, it's her nervous system joining you. It means she's comfortable enough to let go of self-conscious control. And that's when attraction deepens into emotional connection. So next time you notice her matching your movements, don't break the moment by pointing it out. Just stay steady, move naturally. Let her body follow yours. Because once the physical rhythm aligns, her emotions soon will too. When her body mirrors yours, it's her unspoken confession. I'm already there with you. Type "I've noticed that" sync if you've seen this kind of alignment before. Stay close, because next we'll talk about what happens when words disappear and her silence becomes the loudest confession of all. Number 10. She doesn't say it, she shows it in everything. By now you've probably realized something women rarely confess: attraction with words. They express it through patterns, presence, and energy. And when a woman's truly falling for you, even if she never says it, her entire being begins to speak the truth for her. You can see it in how she listens. Her eyes don't wander, her body softens. The world around her blurs, because at that moment you've become her focus point. You can hear it in her tone, the subtle warmth, the slower speech, the way she says your name like it carries weight. You can feel it in her gestures, small touches, lingering proximity, the way her laughter becomes quieter, more private. Words are deliberate, but attraction, it leaks through everything she doesn't plan. That's what makes it powerful and honest. Here's the truth: when emotions grow stronger, language becomes clumsy. She doesn't tell you because she can't yet find words that match what she feels. So she relies on instinct. Her body and energy do the work. Watch closely and you'll see it. She starts mirroring your mood, protecting your peace, showing up when it matters, remembering small things, adjusting her presence to fit your pace. It's not performance, it's connection in motion. The Stoics had a phrase for this kind of silent truth: virtue is shown in deeds, not declared in words. Epictetus meant it about character, but it applies to emotion too. When something is real, it doesn't demand an announcement, it simply acts. A woman who's falling for you doesn't need to say it. Her care shows in the pauses, in the way she lets her guard down around you, in how she starts syncing with your rhythm without even realizing it. Here's the paradox: most men miss the quieter. Her feelings become the deeper they often are. When she stops trying to impress you and just starts being around you, that's when she's already there. You'll notice she doesn't need constant conversation. She's comfortable in silence. She doesn't dress to dazzle. She shows up as herself. That kind of authenticity only appears when attraction has evolved into trust. But this level of connection only reveals itself to men who can perceive beyond words. You have to be tuned in, not to what she says, but to the subtle ways her energy leans toward you. Stoic awareness helps you catch these quiet truths. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If someone can show me that I am wrong, I will change my mind." The wise man listens for reality beneath appearance. In relationships, that means watching what she shows instead of chasing what she says. When you live with that kind of emotional awareness, something beautiful happens. You stop needing validation. You stop demanding clarity. You start reading honesty in movement, tone, timing, and consistency. You begin to see that love, real love, isn't declared, it's displayed. So when she brings you coffee, without asking, when she stands a little closer than she used to, when she asks about your day, even though hers was heavy, that's her way of saying it. Every gesture, every silence, every shared breath is a message: I'm already choosing you. Don't rush her to confess it. Don't need the words. Just understand that some truths are too alive to fit inside sentences. Because when a woman's truly falling for you, she doesn't say it, she shows it in everything. You've just seen how attraction rarely speaks in words. It shows itself in silence, in tone, in energy, and in the smallest, most human gestures. Every look, every pause, every shift of breath tells a story. If you've been paying attention, you now understand what most men never do. Women don't fall through logic, they fall through connection. And the stoic man, the grounded, calm, steady man, is the one who sees it without chasing it. That's your advantage. That's your power. If you want to go deeper into this, to master emotional awareness, attraction, psychology, and stoic presence, join the private members circle. There we break down the kind of mindset that builds confidence and creates real attraction that lasts. And if you haven't already, hit subscribe so you never miss the next lesson. Thank you for watching, my friend. Stay grounded, stay sharp, and I'll see you tomorrow.